You think you've only fallen in love once. Go ahead, count them. 5, 10, 15 people you've dated, maybe more. But there's always one that stands out. One that feels more real, more vivid, more true. But what if it's not because they were the one? What if it's because your brain tricked you? Let me show you something strange about love. Not the storybook kind, the neuroscience kind. Your first real, deep emotional connection, especially a romantic one, it doesn't just happen. It leaves a neurological imprint. That first time you truly fell for someone, it's not just a memory floating around in your head, it becomes a lens, a filter through which you see every relationship that comes after. See, inside your brain, that initial experience triggers an intense chemical cocktail, a surge of dopamine, oxytocin, and the sheer power of novelty. That surge doesn't just mark the moment lightly, it marks it permanently. So you don't just remember how it felt, your brain creates a blueprint for how love is supposed to feel. And that's exactly why nothing ever quite hits the same. There's a name for this: emotional anchoring. The first major emotional experience you have in any category, love, loss, even success, it anchors your expectations. It becomes the benchmark, the reference point against which everything else is measured. So what happens? You start chasing the feeling, not the person, the feeling. You meet someone new, they're kind, they're funny, they're great, but in the quiet back office of your brain, a question gets asked. Yeah, but do they make me feel the way that person did? It's not fair. It's certainly not logical, but it is profoundly, deeply human. Now, let's add another twist to this. It's called novelty bias. When you experience something for the very first time, your brain doesn't just record it, it over-encodes it. It puts it in high definition. That first kiss, that first late-night phone call where you talked until sunrise, that first jolt of seeing their name light up your phone. In your memory, these moments become exaggerated, sharpened, heightened, romanticized. So even if your future relationships are healthier, more stable, more genuinely loving, they can still feel less special because they don't light up your brain's reward system with the same blazing intensity as the first time did. And this is where the trap is set. You think you're falling out of love, or that something's wrong with your current partner or your current relationship. But so often, what's really happening is this. You're comparing a real, present-day connection to a distorted memory, to a chemical high that is, by its very nature, impossible to recreate. You're measuring it against a version of love that was real, yes, but also unrealistic. That first love may not have actually been better. It was just your first. And your brain rewards firsts. Here's what nobody tells you. Love changes. It has to. It matures. It deepens. It stops being about the frantic flutter of butterflies and starts being about the quiet hum of belonging. But if you keep chasing the high of that first hit, that first anchor, that first novel experience, you will miss out on the slow burn that actually builds a life. So yes, in a way, maybe you only fall in love once, because your brain never, ever forgets your first fall. But you can grow in love again and again. You can choose it day after day with someone new. And in that choice, you build something far stronger than novelty. You build something real.